So these are the textbook problems. I'm going to try and talk you through them and probably work them out, but at least talk through them. So I'm going to assume that you have your textbook and you're on page 28. And we're doing problems 48 and 50 off of that page, and then 54 and 54 off that page too, and then 55. They're all on that page. So we're going to do 47, 50, 54, and 55. Actually, I said it incorrectly. It's 65. I went back and checked. So we're going to go 54 and 65, and that's the one that's on the next page. So 65. All right, so here we go, 48. So number 48, we've got 15.2 liters of chloroform. And we know that it's got a mass of 22.54 kilograms. So 22.54 kilograms. We want to know the density in grams per milliliter. So that was pretty straightforward. You're going to take the 22.54 kilograms, you're going to change that to grams, and then you're going to take the 15.2 liters. Oops, that's liters. You're going to change that to milliliters. You know these relationships. I'm going to let you work this out. But your basic approach is after you get the grams here and the milliliters here, you divide them, and that'll give you the density. That's all there is to that one. Okay, 50. Now, you remember I gave you the answer book, so you know what the answers are. 50. You want to determine the volume of an irregularly shaped glass vessel. The vessel is empty, and it weighs 121.3. When it's filled with carbon tetrachloride, it weighs 283.2. So you want to know the volume in milliliters, given the density is 1.59 grams per milliliter. So we know there's 1.59 grams per milliliter. So if I subtract these masses, I got 12 minus 3 is 9. Now 2 minus 1 is 1. 8 minus 2 is 6. And that's a 1. All right, did I do that correctly? 12 minus 3 is 9. Borrowed 1. So 2 minus 1 is 1. 8 minus 2 is 6. So this all looks good. So it's that many grams. Now we know that there are 1.59 grams per milliliter. But we need to cancel grams. So what would you put down here? You need to cancel grams and put milliliters on the top. So if there are 1.59 grams per milliliter, couldn't we also say that 1 milliliter is 1.59 grams? And I'll let you take it from there. All right, next question was 54. Okay, vinegar sample. I'm going to scroll down the page here. So this is 54. A vinegar sample has a density of 1.006 grams per milliliter. We know that it's 5.4% acetic acid by mass. Acetic acid has this chemical formula. I'll just use that. We want to know how many grams are there in 1 liter. So we have 1 liter of vinegar. All right, if we have 1 liter, is it possible to figure out how many milliliters we have and then multiply by the grams per milliliter? So if I know 1 liter, you just change the milliliters. 1,000 of these is one of those, so I have 1,000 milliliters. Then if I know the volume and I know the density, I can change volume to mass, can't I, using density? So where would I put milliliters, top or bottom? I'm hoping you said bottom. Grams on top. There's 1.006 grams per every 1 milliliter. So now 1,000 times 1.006 is 1,006 grams. Milliliters cancels. So that's how many grams of vinegar you got. But only 5.4% of that is actually acetic acid. So we want to know how many grams there are, so you take 5.4% of 1,006. So 0.054 times 1,006 grams, and I'll let you take it from there. Last question is number 55. But I've used my whole page. So we'll go back here. Maybe do that. Go back to the top and just see if we can erase some stuff. That didn't work. So we'll try this. All right, we'll use that. So now this is number 65. All right, in 65, we have a solution of sucrose in water that is 28% sucrose by mass. We want to know, this is kind of like the last one, so I'm going to kind of talk you through it. We have 3.5 liters, which is 3,500 milliliters. You want to be sure that you understand how I made that conversion. Using dimensional analysis, you should be able to figure that out pretty easily. We know that the density of the thing is 1.18 grams per milliliter. So I have 3,500 and then 1.18. So now we would know how many grams. So you just work that out. And you know it's 28% sucrose, so I'll let you take it from there. So what you're going to need to know 28% of whatever number that is. All right, that's the end of this little movie. I think hopefully you can get those worked out. Be sure that you come prepared with questions if you don't get them correct. All right, thanks.